Men are trading on Forex instead of going on dates. So men are basically just walking away entirely from relationships, from dating, from having children, and they're focusing on getting their money and living simple lives of happiness and luxury. You know, we've said it countless times that the average man can live in a shoebox at the side of the road. And I saw a comment recently because, we're going through crazy inflation right now. Everything costs so much. $18 Big Macs at McDonald's. Okay, it's a $18 Big Mac meal, but we're heading there. We're literally heading there right now. And the reality is that a lot of people are struggling financially. And yet someone pointed out that despite all of this, men who are single, a lot of them are not being hit as hard with inflation because when you remain single, it opens up a lot of opportunities for you. It gives you the opportunity to basically focus on yourself and to just focus on your own needs and your own expenses. And most men can basically live far below their means. And for, an average woman living far below her means would basically make life very difficult for her. The average man, on the other hand, living far below his means is actually a luxurious thing because it's less things to worry about. He has everything he wants, everything he needs, and the things that he doesn't need, he doesn't have to worry about. You know, and it's really something. It's a lifestyle and a trend that more and more men are adopting. Some guys have dropped entirely out of the workforce, and they're basically just sitting at home and doing Forex trading right now, trading crypto, trading Forex, and they're making enough money by doing this to survive and to provide for themselves. That's the ultimate reality. And, women today, they're struggling. They're struggling economically. When you look at the interest rates, when you look at the personal finances for Americans, Americans are broke. They are living off credit cards. They're charging up tons and tons of credit card debt. And that's going to have extremely serious implications on our future. Gen Zers, of course, are at the forefront of this trend. Basically, they're living in this doom mode. They're doing doom spending right now, quietly quitting, quietly vacationing. So if they do have a job, they're stealing time and going on vacations and just, basically trying to, work as little as possible and have as much fun as possible. It's an unfortunate reality that we're seeing. It's an unfortunate trend that we're seeing, but it's one that continues to skyrocket. And, a lot of people do not want to confront the Gen Zers. They don't want to speak about it. The Gen Zers want to live in their bad behavior. They want to hide from it, but we can't hide from it as a society. We have to confront it as a society. And the behavior of these individuals is not good. It's very, very not good. It's very, very bad. It's absolutely awful. But it's just a reality that we're living in, and it's a situation that we're unfortunately have to deal with. But a lot of men are done with the dating. They're done with dating. They're done with relationships. They found that they can basically sit at home, make their money, and live better lives without jumping into these relationships. They're able to basically jump on, do some Forex trading, learn trading, and make money. And most men don't need to make a lot of money to survive, because once you have some money in the bank and you have some investments, you have some crypto, it's like you're there. Like, I mean, let's look at this video. I have a video for you guys, and it's basically going to kind of outline how Forex trading works, and I want you guys to check this out.
In order to make money in the Forex market, you have to buy low and sell high. Quite simple. Let's have a look at the example. How much money can you theoretically make by trading currencies? Let's assume that you have 1,000 US dollars on your trading account. The current exchange rate of euro versus the US dollar is 1.25. In other words, for 1 euro, you get $1.25. You forecast that during the day, euro would rise versus the US dollar. Based on this forecast, you buy 800 euros for your $1,000. Your forecast is correct. Euro rises from $1.25 to $1.26. Being in the profit, you decide to close the trade and exchange 800 euros back to $1,008. In effect, your profit from this trade is $8. Not that much, right? You raise a fair question. Would it be possible to increase profits? In order to maximize your profit potential, you can use leverage. Leverage is a loan Tickmill provides you to trade Forex. The size of the loan can differ, but Tickmill provides you with up to 500 times more funds than your initial capital, which also increases your profit potential 500 times. Great, right? Still, please remember, increased leverage means not only more profit potential, but also more risks. Managing your risks is very important. Let's have a look at an example of how to use leverage of 1 to 500. You have the same $1,000 on your account, and you estimate that euro will rise versus the US dollar. Therefore, you decide to take the biggest possible loan from your broker, $499,000. Now, with the exchange rate of 1.25, you exchange all of your $500,000 to 400,000 euros. At the moment when the exchange rate rises to 1.26, you exchange the 400,000 euros back to $504,000. As a result, you now have $5,000 on your account after returning the loan to your broker. So your net profit is $4,000. An incredible result after just one day of trading. In this example, we have looked at the scenario when your forecast turns out to be correct. But what would have happened if instead of rising, euro had fallen against the US dollar? In this case, your trade would be open until your losses equal your initial deposit, which is $1,000. At this point, your trade would be automatically closed and the broker takes back the loan. Consequently, a case when you can lose the broker's loan is almost impossible. Taking everything into account, you have now seen how leverage can increase your profits if you make the right decisions. At the same time, leverage can also work against you if you make the wrong estimations and don't limit your losses. Let me tell you why I trust Tickmill.
So, I mean, guys, that was a pretty good example, of how you can do trading. Now, there are risks when it comes to trading, but for someone who is not too greedy and is set and is happy making, for example, making 30, 40, 50, $60 a day, that's a lot of money to make, for someone who's just chilling, right? So you minimize your risk. And and a lot of these guys have, $1,000, couple $1,000 to kick around, $10,000 to kick around, So from that example, these guys can easily make a lot more money doing these types of trades on a smaller amount of money. Day trading is very, very brilliant. It's a very brilliant thing, and it's something that a lot of people should consider, as you can see, because you end up with a lot of leverage right there. If you have a couple $1,000 to kick around, you can basically just sit around and do day trading every single day, and you can make good money off small trades. Do that, every day for a month, and you can, you make a couple $1,000 doing that. That's enough money to survive, to live, and to thrive. That's free money for the average person. Okay, because a lot of you are sitting around with $100,000 in the bank, $20,000 in the bank, a lot of $1 million in the bank. So it makes a lot of sense. So instead of wasting money on dates, that you're never going to get back, think about this. How many dates you go on like 2 dates? That's like $1,000 these days for a lot of guys. 2 dates with these women. All right. Instead of going on those dates, you put that money into Forex and you invest, and basically you trade and you minimize your losses. Worst case scenario, you lose a couple dollars, maybe a couple $100. Best case scenario, and that's if you get greedy. Best case scenario, you can, which is very normal, and you can always just try again the next day. You'll probably make a profit that day. And that's a very, very good thing. It's very, very good. That's a lot of leverage there. I want you guys to really take that into consideration. It's a great way of making money. It's a great way of investing. And that's investing in yourself, learning new skills. So more men are trading now. More men are turning to this, dropping out of society and focusing on trading instead of focusing on women. And they're laughing all the way to the bank. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, you want even more of this content, you can check out my Men Walking Away channel. I release daily videos on that channel. There's a link to the Men Walking Away channel description of the video. Go check it out, subscribe to the channel, enjoy the content. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Men are trading on Forex instead of going on dates. What do you think? I want to know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away, and cheers.